In this video, I'm going to teach you how to grade your local service ad leads. The goal of doing so is to improve the quality of the local service ads leads that you do receive from Google and this channel. So let's get into it. We're going to cover a couple things. We're going to cover how to interact with this dashboard right here so that you can see and grade each of the individual leads. We'll talk about what lead notifications look like, and then we'll talk about some of the nuances in how you grade the leads in order to maximize the effectiveness of this channel. So here I have an example dashboard of one of our clients. I've blurred out all the customer information on the left-hand side to protect the identity of the customers and the client. So this is the dashboard that you see inside of local service ads. When you navigate into it, you open up the left-hand banner over here, go under leads, and you'll see the breakdown of every single lead that you've received. Okay. Now, when you normally get a notification, an email notification when somebody calls or sends a text message that a potential customer contacted you through local services. If you click on View Details, this will take you directly to the individual lead in order to grade it. You can also just come into the lead inbox, and what a lot of our clients do is they'll rate all these things at the end of the day or at the beginning of the next day. It just depends on their process or their flow. And there's typically their dispatcher or somebody taking care of this. So here we have at the very top a lead that I graded right before I turned this phone call on, or this video on. All right, so you can see that rating was submitted. I came into this lead and I went in here and I listened to the call recording. You can hear it here.
Yes, I got a question. You guys do cabinets, right?
All right, so I listened to the phone call and I heard at the very end, the customer did not book, but this customer is interested in having somebody come out. They just got a call back and firm up a time, right? So what I did is I went and I clicked on the button that said rate this lead, and then I filled out the appropriate information to rate it. You can also add the customer name here. You can add your notes, and if you book the customer into a follow-up, so you book them for an estimate, you book them for a site visit or whatever, you can click Mark Booked, and then you can add their email here if you like to manage it here. Now, let's go back, and I'll show you a real example of how we might rate them. Quick note, you cannot rate anything that's not been charged because Google already rated it and said, this is not a good lead, we're not going to charge you for it. Stuff that's in review, you can see that it's in review and you cannot grade it until it has been reviewed. So let's look at one over here. All right, this one was a phone call generated on December 10th. All the same information is here. Now you can see it says rate this lead. Let's click on show recording. So if you're not the one answering the phone, this is going to be your key to understanding whether this was a good call or not. It's also your opportunity to train your staff on how to answer the phone. There is a gold mine of opportunity sitting in your inbox right here, and it just requires some accountability and some support for the person who's answering the phone. So just based off of the length of the phone call, 6 minutes and 26 seconds, I would guess that this is a viable lead. You'd have to listen to it to know, but that's usually a pretty good indicator. So if I were to go up here and rate the lead, I get a couple options, 5 of them, from very satisfied down to very dissatisfied. I'd recommend not grading anything as in the middle because that's not giving Google any real information about whether it was a good or bad lead. I'd recommend choosing one of the top 2 options or the bottom 2. So let's say this was the ultimate lead for your business. You would click on very satisfied. And then you had these options, right? They converted into a booked customer or client on the spot. They could convert to a booked customer or client soon. It is relevant to the service the business does provide, or it's for a service that generates high value for the business. So you can see that if you give this information to Google, it's going to help them send you better leads. You can also put other and specify, and this can help train the algorithm too. So Google has a way that they can understand what it is that you're saying, but it's always good to book click one of these 4 options. Well, what if it's a bad lead? You can click rate this lead, and let's look at what it says when it says very dissatisfied. There's a couple options. It's not located in the service area for the business. You could click that, and then I'd recommend that you go in and you update the service area in which you're rendering the ads to reflect that. It's for a service the business does not provide. So I've seen this, for example, with commercial cleaning companies running LSA ads. Sometimes they get house cleaning leads, and it's not supposed to work like that. The person calling was not ready to book services, so it's too early in the process for them. Maybe they're just really shopping around. It's spam, it's a duplicate lead, So if it's a duplicate, you definitely want to mark these because you shouldn't be getting charged twice by LSA, or it's a person seeking employment. When you select one of these and then you click submit, this button will change from rate this lead to whatever it showed earlier as like rating submitted. And then you're done. That's it. So I recommend doing this at the beginning or the end of every day, or if you're having like a lower volume type business, you might do this once a week and just put it into your process flow. If you're working with Google local service ads, you're having issues with it, you want more out of it, that's where we come in at Digital Harvest. So if you go to the description below this video, we got a ton of resources, as well as a link to our website, digitalharvest.io. You can book a call with our chief strategist, that's me, and I can help you navigate Google local service ads, SEO, and everything related to online search for your home service company. And that's what we're known for. That's what we can help for. I hope that you check out the resources below. Reach out to us if you need any help, book a call, and then look at all the, I already said that, look at all of our resources. We got some good ones for you. That's it from me in this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you like this one, you'll love some of the other videos we have posted here on our channel that help blue-collar business owners get more out of their digital marketing. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos. If you got questions or comments, post them below. I look forward to catching you on the next video. Bye for now.